Park is the site of Game 2 of the 4-game series between the Red Sox and the Kansas City Royals. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox baseball. Well, this week in Tampa Bay, during batting practice, Jacoby Ellsbury felt a twinge again in his rib area. And tonight we find out he heads back on the disabled list for the second time this season. We'll take a look at the timeline of events for Jacoby Ellsbury. Of course, collided with Adrian Beltre in the 9th inning on April the 11th against these Royals. Ended up on the DL on the 12th. Oddly enough, Mike Cameron went on the DL the same day. Begins a rehab with Portland on May 18. Last 2 games was 3 for 7. Activated from the DL on the 22nd, started in center, led off, was just 1 for 14, and today placed on the DL for the second time. Tonight will be the 41st game he has missed this season. Terry Francona explains the situation.
It comes down to, I think Jacoby's probably healing faster than a normal person, but the normal person doesn't try to play center field and lead off. So we're going to back off a little bit, let him try to feel a little bit better where he can play and not go backwards and feel it as much. I mean, I think we all knew he'd feel it. That's going to be. But it's gotten in the way of him playing productively. So we'll try to slow it down a little bit. The timetable, I think, best we can say is we hope it's quick.
We welcome in Jerry Remy. And, Jerry, a tough situation right now for Jacoby Ellsbury and a chance for some of the outfielders to continue to play more.
It is, and it's too bad for Jacoby. He wants to play baseball. That's what you work out for all winter long, and now he's on the disabled list again for the second time. And when you're on the disabled list, you just don't feel part of the ball club. And for the Red Sox, it hurts because it takes away their leadoff hitter, their igniter in that lineup. They're much better with him in the lineup. But the Red Sox have also been very fortunate to have guys step up and do good jobs. Of course, Mike Cameron is back. Bill Hall's done a great job, 21 games in left field. Jeremy Ramirez has been outstanding, 18 two-out RBIs for Ramirez. He's done a great job with the men in clutch positions. And Donnell McDonald, the guy that really nobody knew much about, has come up and done a very good job. So hopefully these guys continue to do well while Jacoby remains out.
Well, the Red Sox will be looking to bounce back after a tough loss in Game 1. We're back with more from Fenway after this. Tim Wakefield tries to right the ship. It's Game 2 of the 4-game series between the Kansas City Royals and the Boston Red Sox. Again, everybody, I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome back inside the broadcast booth, where tonight Tim Wakefield gets the start for the Red Sox. Of course, to begin the year, Wakefield was in the rotation. Daisuke Matsuzaka started the year in the DL. When he came back, Tim Wakefield goes to the pen. He returns from the pen to the rotation when Josh Beckett goes on the DL. We'll check out some of the numbers for Tim Wakefield this season. His win on Sunday was his first since July 8th of 2009. He's had 4 starts before being taken out of the rotation at the start of the season. He was 0-1 with an ERA of 5.40 in those 4 starts. He has also had 4 relief appearances this season and an ERA of 6.23 and 8 2/3 innings of relief work. With more, here's Heidi Watney.
Don, Josh Beckett threw his first side session this afternoon since being placed on the disabled list with a lower back strain. It's an injury he's battled since the beginning of May, but Terry Francona said it went pretty well today.
He ended up throwing 22, 25 pitches. Where that leads, we hope it's good. I don't know. Again, if there's any hesitancy, I mean, we're going to be cautious with him. I think we need to be. I think the good news is that he was able to throw side. That's good. But we don't want this to turn into something it shouldn't, so we're going to keep a close eye on him.
Now, both Terry Francona and pitching coach John Farrell said the most important thing they can do is make sure that they don't rush Beckett back and have this problem lingering all season. Francona said they're kind of in a wait and see how he feels pattern right now to move forward from here. There's not really a timeline for his return at this moment, but that's not a bad thing, because thankfully they've got plenty of depth with tonight's starter, Tim Wakefield. Don?
All right, Heidi, thanks very much. We're back with the first pitch from Fenway Park on a beautiful night after this. Northwest Airlines, the New England Subaru dealers, Dunkin' Donuts, the New England Ford dealers, Olympia Sports, the official sporting goods retailer, the New England Sports Network, and by Nissan. Well, beautiful night at Fenway Park for Game 2 of the series. The Red Sox have taken the field, so let's check out the visiting Kansas City Royals starting 9. Scott Podsednik leads it off in left field with Micah Vilas at second base batting second. David DeJesus is in right field batting third with Billy Butler at first base. Jose Guillen is the DH with Alberto Callaspo at third base batting sixth. Mitch Myers in center field seventh. Yuneski Betancourt is at shortstop. He bats eighth. And Jason Kendall does the catching, batting ninth. On the mound for the Red Sox, making his 7th start of the year, is Tim Wakefield. Overall, his 11th appearance. He's got a 1-2 mark with a 4.44 earned run average. Worked in 48 2/3 innings, and opponents are hitting at .251 against Wakefield. He beat the Philadelphia Phillies last time out. 8 shutout innings for Wakefield, giving up 5 hits, walked 2, and struck out a batter.
The defense tonight for the Red Sox, they'll have Adrian Beltre at third base, Marco Scudero the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, and Kevin Youkilis at first. Left to right, Jeremy Hermida, Mike Cameron, and J.D. Drew, and Victor Martinez back behind the plate catching Wakefield.
Wakefield ready to work to Scott Podsednik, who stands in on the left side. And the first pitch of this one is in there for strike one, and we're underway. Sednik at 287 to start the night. 2 home runs, 17 runs batted in. Slices it foul. This is a pretty aggressive swinging team in the first place. This Kansas City Royals team. It'll be interesting to see how aggressive they are with Tim Wakefield.
You're right, Don. We mentioned last night they don't walk very much. They don't strike out very much. And of course, this team comes into the league, into the game, leading the league in hitting at 278.
Little soft fly that is caught by Scudero, ducking back to the outfield grass. 1 down. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
No weather conditions tonight at Fenway Park, 65 degrees. Wind right to left at 9 miles per hour. Partly cloudy right now. There's not a cloud above Fenway Park as Tim Wakefield gets a strike in there to Mike Aviles. Aviles was the shortstop in last night's game. At second base tonight and hitting at 341. As he was quickly down 0-2. A 278 team average for Kansas City coming into tonight's game. A point better than the New York Yankees. And 7 points up on the National League leading Dodgers, who hit at 271. That's after being held to just 4 hits in last night's game. Here's a fly ball to deep left. Hermida is back onto the track to make the catch. 2 down. So 2 outs here in the first inning. That brings up David DeJesus. 277, 4 home runs, and 17 runs batted in. He was 2 for 4 with a double in last night's game. Has a 9-game hitting streak heading into tonight's action.
He has had some struggles against Wakefield in the past. He's 1 for 11 in his career off Tim. There you see that 9-game hitting streak at 351. A couple of doubles, 4 runs batted in. Nice streak.
Tim Wakefield in his career against Kansas City, 11-6. That's in there for strike 2, and it's 0-2. Line to center field and in for a base hit in front of Mike Cameron. A 2-out single for David DeJesus, who stretches that hitting streak into 10 games.
Knuckleball stays upstairs for Wakefield, and DeJesus takes it into center field for the base hit. Up and away from DeJesus. So a guy that has struggled against Wakefield right now, not struggling against anybody.
2 down here in the first inning. Billy Butler stands in. Butler starting the night hitting at 348. He is second in the American League in batting average, only behind Justin Morneau, Minnesota Twins. Morneau hitting at 377, and then Butler at 348. On the ground, down the third baseline, fair ball. Beltre sets in the long throw, gets there in time to end the first inning. Done with half an inning. Red Sox coming up. Back at Fenway Park, Royals don't score in the top of the first inning. Red Sox coming up here in the bottom of the first inning. Marco Scutaro leads it off for Boston. And it's ball one from Kyle Davies on the mound tonight for Kansas City. Comes in at 3-3 with a 4.53 earned run average, 51 2/3 innings. He's had opponents hit at 256 against him. There's a ground ball, fair ball down the left field line for Scutaro. But Sednick into the corner to play it. Scutaro headed for second base. A leadoff double to begin things here in the bottom of the first inning.
Well, Marco Scutaro facing a guy that he's had very good success against. He's now 6 for 11 off Davies with a couple of home runs. This time it's the double to lead off the ball game for the Red Sox. So
Scutaro at second base here in the bottom of the first inning, and brings up Dustin Pedroia. .265, 8 home runs, 25 runs batted in for Pedroia. And he takes ball one. Davies breaking into the big leagues with the Atlanta Braves. Made his debut here at Fenway Park for Atlanta against the Red Sox. In there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Back on May 21st of 2005, visiting Fenway Park in the Interleague Series. He tossed 5 shutout innings against, at the time, the defending world champs. Leading his way around 4 singles, 3 walks, struck out 6 in a 7-5 victory for Atlanta that day. In the dirt for ball 2, 2-1. Took a loss last time out against Colorado. Troy Tulowitzki took him deep. He was an out away from 6 shutout frames when Tulowitzki took him out of the yard. This one is tap foul, 2-2.
Seen the fastball, we've seen the cut fastball. That was the changeup right there to Dustin Pedroia. Pedroia topping it, fouling it off.
Davies has gone at least 6 innings in 7 of his first 9 starts of the season. Curveball is popped up down the first base line, foul ground, but Butler won't get there. It's back into the seats. Let's check out the Red Sox starting lineup. It's brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. Marco Scutaro leading it off at shortstop, and Dustin Pedroia at second base. David Ortiz is the DH with Kevin Youkilis at first base. Victor Martinez does the catching. J.D. Drew in right. Adrian Beltre at third base. Jeremy Hermida is in left field. And Mike Cameron in center field bats ninth. So as you saw, Victor Martinez back in the Red Sox lineup tonight, catching Tim Wakefield. As Pedroia lines this back into the seats. Scutaro gets his walking lead at second base. Pedroia goes around, strikes out. It gets away from Kendall. He's got to hurry up. And fires down to first base for the out. Strikeout for Kyle Davies as Pedroia retired for the first out here in the first inning.
Pretty good 12-6 curveball here from Davies right over the top. Fooled Dustin Pedroia. Plus Pedroia has to go to first base open, but Kendall there to throw him out.
One out, Scutaro at second base. And here's David Ortiz. He has 6 home runs in his last 12 games. 10 overall, 27 runs batted in, and a .266 average. So 9 home runs in the month of May. As he takes ball 1. 9 home runs in May, trail only Toronto's Jose Batista, who's got 11. And Texas's Vladimir Guerrero has 10. Leads the American League, is second in the majors in slugging percentage in May. As he takes a strike over the inside corner, 1-1. He's got 327 career home runs. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Kevin Youkilis waits on deck. Red Sox batting in the bottom of the first inning. Tried to hold up and apparently did. Pitch down in the dirt. The check didn't go.
They try to go after Ortiz with back-to-back changeups. Joe West down at third base tonight. Boy, has he been in the news a lot. Good call by West there as Big Papi was able to check the swing.
Time of game has become a real issue for Joe West. He's made some comments after he had umpired the first series between the Red Sox and Yankees to open the season here at Fenway Park. 2-2 is on the ground and throw at the shift on the left field. Marco Scudero coming around from second base. Red Sox lead it 1-0. Big Papi drives in the game's first run.
That's that curveball again from Davies, but this time Ortiz beating the shift. Pretty good breaking ball, but he takes it right to the shortstop hole, and of course nobody home. They get the big shift on Ortiz. Scudero comes around to give the Red Sox the first run of the ball game. Ortiz picks up his 28th RBI of the season.
Well, the updated numbers now a 6-gamer for David at 421, 8 for 19. Youkilis takes ball one. Kevin at 309 to start the night. 10 home runs, 29 runs batted in. One for 4 in last night's game. There's ball 2-0. The Sox could not muster much last night against Kansas City, and figured once you get by the starter, you'd be in good shape against a bullpen that has been much maligned this year, but they were outstanding in last night's game. Soria wrapping it up. It's away, ball 3.
Yeah, Banis did a good job against the Red Sox, keeping them in check, and then the bullpen shutting him down, and of course Daisuke having all kind of problems last night with the walks.
Ball 4, then a 4-pitch walk to Kevin Youkilis. Friday Night Baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Ace Ticket. Great seats at great prices. Kyle Davies walking Kevin Youkilis, 2 on, 1 away.
That is now 41 walks on the season for Youkilis. That's the most in the American League.
Two on, 1 out for Victor Martinez. 256, 6 home runs, 20 runs batted in. Victor pinch hit in last night's game, was 0 for 1 as he grounded out. Back in there doing the catching duties tonight with Tim Wakefield on the mound. It's the first time that he had appeared in a game since leaving on Monday with the left big toe contusion and the foul tip in Tampa Bay. There for a strike, and it's 0-2. Not everybody who joins Nesson has the opportunity to sit in the owner's seats. You got to have a little pull, and apparently Kevin Millar does.
Yeah, and you got to win world championships too.
I guess that helps. Got that first seat right next to Terry Francona. I wonder if he's given him any advice. He's a hard time probably. That's probably why Terry's not sitting in his normal seat. It's because Millar's there. Pitch is outside, and it's 1-2. Terry would normally be up there, but probably had enough of the advice coming from his left. towards the gap in right center field. This is going to get down. Back towards the triangle. Victor can run a while. As around from second comes Ortiz. Euclid will score easily from first. It's a very long double for Victor Martinez and 2 runs for Boston. They lead it 3-0 out of the gate tonight.
Oh, did Victor Martinez ever get on top of a high fastball and hook it into that gap in right center field? That ball up and away, but Martinez still gets on top of it, pulls it, and runs it out toward the bullpen area. No problem for Poppy to score. Here comes Kevin Youkilis. He'll score without a problem as the ball rattles around at the 420. And see Victor Martinez still limping into second base. That toe still has to be bothering him.
So Victor at second, still just 1 out. And here's J.D. Drew, who takes ball 1 inside. Red Sox getting to Kyle Davies for 3 runs here in the first inning already. Drew at 283 to start the night, 6 home runs, and 30 runs batted in. Nice foul, 1-1. Looking bad grounder outside of first, and it's 1-2.
That's the cut fastball that time from Davies that breaks the bat of J.D. Drew. Saw Bannister last night with a cut fastball. Same thing tonight here from Davies.
Ned Yost at the helm of these Royals since May the 14th. I like the way this is starting tonight. 1-2, breaking ball away, 2-2. There were 3 hits in the game last night, going 3 for 4. He's had 2 or more hits in 5 of his last 10 games. Lays off and takes ball 3, full count.
27 pitches already in the first inning here for Davies.
Tenth start, comes in at 3-3. He's given up 3 runs in the first so far. 3-2 to Drew is blooped into shallow right. Out goes Aviles, the second baseman, to make the catch. And Drew is retired for the second out of the inning. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Eastern Bank, the best team in banking. Two outs here in the first inning. Victor Martinez at second base and Adrian Beltre the batter. A .339 average for Adrian with 5 home runs and 34 runs batted in. Beltre 1 for 4 with an RBI last night. But the last 9 games for Beltre, .486. Doesn't hurt that he was 7 for 13 in the series against Tampa Bay with 2 home runs and 7 runs batted in. All part of the sweep of the Rays by the Red Sox at the end of their road trip. There's a strike, 2-1 to Beltre. He's had multiple hits in 6 of his last 9 games. In the left, a base hit. Victor Martinez will get to third and stop there. Well, Jerry's not running well at all.
No, that toe obviously still bothering Victor Martinez. He's frustrated even with 2 outs. Can't score on that ground ball to left field, but that's all he's got right now. There's Beltre finding that hole between third and short, and you can see Victor going to third base. I mean, it's a struggle for him. Every step he takes, he looks like he's in pain.
Well, the foul tip on Monday, as he explains it to Joe West. He fractured the same toe a few years back as a member of the Cleveland Indians. As Ned Yost, the manager's out here to have the conversation, not the pitching coach. The ultimate driving machine this week is Adrian Beltre. 7 games this past week. Beltre hit .464, going 13 for 28. Picked up his 20th career 2-homer game. And tied a career high on Wednesday with 6 RBIs. The ultimate driving machine is brought to you by your local Massachusetts BMW Center. Visit bmwmass.com. Well, Beltre with a single. Red Sox have runners at the corners. 2 down here in the first inning. And Jeremy Hermida, the batter. In there for strike one. When you think about the Victor Martinez situation, you'd like to have him stay in there at this point just because of the whole Wakefield situation. It's been a long time since Jason Varitek has caught Tim Wakefield. I don't think Victor can hang in there after running the bases here and clearly still not being fine with the foot. It's quickly 0-2 to Hermida. Inside, it's 1-2. He's been great in this spot. 2 outs and runners in scoring position at 400. So Victor Martinez at third, Beltre at first. Pitch 36 of the inning for Davies. And it's on the outside corner for strike 3. It ends things here in the first, but the Red Sox scored 3 times. Take a 3-0 lead to the second.
Yes.
Three 0 Red Sox on top as the first pitch strike from Tim Wakefield to get the second inning started. As Jose Guillen, Alberto Callaspo, and Mitch Meyer to bat in the second. The key matchup is brought to you by New England Honda dealers. Jose Guillen against Tim Wakefield, just 3 for 17, 8 strikeouts, 76 average. Ball 1-1-2. Look at some of the numbers for this Royals team. Yuniesky Bencourt in there tonight. He's 5 for 16 at .313. Here's a liner that gets into left field, a base hit. And Jose Guillen has the second Kansas City hit of the night.
Yeah, both base hits in this game off Tim Wakefield have been on high knuckleballs. Last pitch from Wakefield stays up in the zone, about to let a high, and Guillen with the hard line drive up over the head of Scudero.
Guillen at first, nobody out. Alberto Callaspo takes a pitch inside for ball one. .298 for Callaspo, 7 home runs and 31 runs batted in. Callaspo 0 for 4 in last night's game. Up top, ball 2, 2-1. Wakefield coming in at 1-2, his 7th start of 2010. 4 appearances out of the pen. It's up high, 3-1, and so far, as you pointed out, Jerry, everything's been a little bit up right now for Tim Wakefield, this knuckleball.
Yeah, I'd like to get it down just a little bit, down around the knees, the ankles.
3-1 is in there for a strike, and it's a full count.
That time Wakefield goes with the fastball on the 3-1 count.
To left field, Hermida coming in will make the catch for the first out of the second inning.
Red Sox fans, make it June a memorable one for a limited time only. Come see the Red Sox take on the Oakland Athletics, as well as an interleague battle with either the Philadelphia Phillies or Los Angeles Dodgers with our new interleague double play packs. Visit redsox.com to get your packs before it's too late.
One down, Guillen at first base. Mitch Meyer, the batter. And he takes ball one from Tim Wakefield. Meyer at .263, no homers and 18 runs batted in. He was 0 for 3 in last night's game with a walk. Fresh off a great homestand for Kansas City, he was 8 for 18 and 444 during the homestand. Check on first, and Guillen back to the bag. On the ground and through into right field, a base hit. Jose Guillen stops at second base on the single for Mitch Meyer. And the Royals have runners at first and second with one out here in the second inning.
2 balls, no strikes. Wakefield goes with the fastball again, and this fastball is pulled by Meyer between first and second base. Dustin Pedroia goes into the dive, but he can't knock it down. So first and second and one out now. First base hit Meyer has ever had against Wakefield. He's now 1 for 5.
2 on, 1 away. And here's Yuniesky Bencourt, the former Seattle Mariner. 283 home runs and 16 runs batted in. Bencourt has not played the last 2 games. He's been recovering from a mild concussion he suffered on Tuesday. Fouls this up to the skyboxes off to the left, and it's a ball and a strike to Bencourt. 38 games against the Red Sox, a .307 batting average, only .219, however, here at Fenway Park. 1 for 9 against the Red Sox so far this season. Fly ball to center field. Mike Cameron out there now coming in a step or two. Makes the catch, 2 down.
Coming up tomorrow, it's Olympia Sports presents the Boston Globe Red Sox Game Day Live with TC Peter Gammons and Kevin Millar. Kevin will preview Clay Buchholz's start as he looks for his 7th win of the season, and Peter breaks down the 2010 struggles of 2009 Cy Young Award winner Zach Greinke. Plus highlights from the Yankees-Indians game as CC faces his former club. It's all coming up tomorrow night at 6, only on NESN.
2 outs here in the second inning, 2 on. And a bluff by Wakefield off the backside sends Guillen back to the bag. Jason Kendall batting out of the number 9 spot tonight. Kendall 0 for 4 in last night's game. For Kendall, some of the milestones starting to come along. His game on Tuesday night was his 1,951st behind the plate. It passed former Kansas City manager Tony Pena for 5th place for all-time games caught in Major League history. This guy is in there generally every day. Catches quite a bit for a catcher, especially.
Yeah, very durable.
Next up for him, Hall of Famer Gary Carter, 4th at 2,056. It's outside, a 4-pitch walk to Jason Kendall. Number 9 man loads the bases. The bases loaded for Kansas City, 2 down, and Scott Podsednik coming up. Lined out to the shortstop Marco Scudero in the first inning. Sending last night was 0 for 4. Stole a base and a career 292 hitter with the bases loaded. 1 grand slam. It's Guillen at 3rd, Meyer at 2nd, Kendall at 1st. There's a strike over the outside corner. But Sednick this year is 0 for 3 with the bases loaded. Down 1-2. But Sednick only 1 for 11 in his career against Tim Wakefield here in a spot in the second inning, batting with the bases loaded, 2 down. Popped up in his shallow left. Hermida in a step or two will make the catch, and Wakefield's out of the jam. Inning and a half done, 3-0 Boston. I'm moving. Bottom of the second inning back at Fenway Park, 3-0. Red Sox on top of the Royals. Mike Cameron leading off. At the bottom of the second inning, Cameron, Scudero, then Pedroia. Kyle Davies looking to have a little better go of it here in the second inning than he did in the first. Had to throw 36 first inning pitches. Gave up 3 runs, walked a batter on 4 hits. Cameron started back-to-back games, had last night off and back in there for tonight's game. And in case you're just joining us, Jacoby Ellsbury placed back on the disabled list. Goes on for the second time, and really the injury the same for Jacoby. Going to tweak the rib area once again as he was getting ready for a game in Tampa Bay during batting practice, and was on the DL again. The Jesus in right field makes the catch for the first out of the inning. And we check in with Heidi for the first time.
Well, Don, Kyle Davies is coming off a pretty good start against Colorado. He gave up just 1 run in 6 innings. He's had quality starts in 6 of his 9 outings this season. I talked to his pitching coach, Bob McClure, about what he's seen from Davies.
He's going strike one on a lot of hitters, and I think that's, keeping it simple. That's the number one issue with him. He's been able to get ahead of the hitters, keep it simple, don't try and complicate and do too many things. Just stay within yourself and see what happens.
Well, obviously that wasn't the case in the first inning for Davies. He did make his major league debut here at Fenway on May 21st in 2005. He pitched 5 shutout frames in a 7-5 Royals win. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. He tries to settle down here in the second inning. Davies coming in 3-3 this year's 10th start of the year. And therefore, strike 2 to Marco Scudero. Scudero doubled as part of the first inning. Came around to score the Red Sox first run. Dustin Pedroia waiting on deck. 1 out here in the second. Curveball for strike 3. Scudero takes it, and it's the 3rd strikeout for Davies. 2 down.
Couple of strikeouts on curveballs. He's got Scudero and Pedroia on curveballs. It was a changeup to Jeremy Hermida for his 3rd strikeout. It's pretty good advice, isn't it, from pitch coach? Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
I think it's pretty good advice for all players. Keep it as simple as possible.
2 down here in the second inning. Dustin Pedroia, the batter, chops it foul. Pedroia struck out in the first one of 3 Ks for Kyle Davies in an inning and 2/3. Tap foul, and it's 1-2. Two and two. Davies gets Cameron to fly out to right. Scudero strikes out. 2 down here in the second inning. In the dirt and a full count. I wonder if Kevin Millar is using Tom Caron's helicopter to get back to Essen for the postgame show.
I don't know. Maybe they're doing the post-game show from here. Are they doing it locally? No, it's back at the studio?
Back at the studio. I wonder if Kevin knows that. He's supposed to be in the studio after the game.
You know, I can understand Nesson paying for one trip, you know, back and forth for the guys, but two, I don't know. That's I'm not sure that's in the budget. Gus Millar might have his own helicopter.
This is true. Foul down the right field line. He is trying to block Terry Francona's vision right now. I think Tito's still down below. Yeah. Trying to ignore him, but it's impossible. Trying to manage a game. Leave me alone.
He's going to have to go to the other end of the dugout.
Can't get far enough away. 3-2, high in the air to left field. But Sednick back onto the warning track to make the catch. That ends the inning. Boy is gone, so are the Red Sox. Terry Francona would like to think Millar's gone. 3-0 Red Sox. Three 0 Red Sox on top. Line drive to left field. Mike Aviles jumping on that first pitch from Tim Wakefield, lining it into left. And that is the fourth hit of the night for Kansas City. Leadoff base hit for Aviles.
Now, we kind of expected it that the Kansas City Royals would be aggressive against Wakefield. They have been. First pitch swinging is Aviles and a line drive base hit. First hit he's ever had off Wakefield. He's now 1 for 5 in his career off Tim.
Bill Aviles at first base. David DeJesus coming up. He has one of the 4 hits as he singled into center field in the first inning. Jesus hitting at 281 as he comes into his second at bat tonight. This is becoming the problem. He's now also a coach. The 1 pitch is outside. It's 1-1. Forty pitches for Tim Wakefield tonight as he has a lead runner on here in Aviles at first base. Inside ball 2, 2-1. Well, his base hit in the first inning. He's now extended the hitting streak to 10 games.
No steals on the season for Aviles, but he's been thrown out twice.
There's a strike, full count.
I don't know if DeJesus thought that ball was low or he was upset at not swinging at it. He got a fastball from Wakefield on the 3-1 count. I think he might be more upset with himself.
Payoff pitch. Runner goes to Jesus, lines it towards left center field. That'll get down, roll back towards the track and the wall. Mike Aviles is being sent around. The throw goes to second. And it is an RBI double for David DeJesus. Kansas City's on the board. Back-to-back hits to begin the third inning, and it's now 3-1 Boston.
2 hits already in this ball game for DeJesus. A 3-2 knuckleball down and away, and he just shoots it in that direction. Left center field from first base scores Aviles. For DeJesus, that's his 18th RBI in the season.
Well, Wakefield only gave up 5 hits in 8 innings in his last start against Philadelphia. He's given up 5 hits to Kansas City already. This one to third base. Beltre deep third. The throw is in time for the first out here in the third inning.
3 legends come together. Musical milestones present Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, and Yolanda Adams this Saturday at 8 p.m. at MGM Grand at Foxwoods. For tickets, call 866-MGM-0609 or visit mgm@foxwoods.com.
One out in the third inning. David DeJesus at second base, and here's Jose Guillen. Guillen singled in the second inning, and he has one of the 5 Kansas City hits. Wakefield facing Kansas City the second time this year. He did not get a decision in a 4-3 Red Sox loss at Kauffman Stadium back on April 9th. Struck out 6, allowed 2 runs in 7 innings. "43 years old, Tim Wakefield, oldest Red Sox pitcher ever to start a game, passing David Wells. He was 43 years and 98 days in his last start for the club back in 06. Inside, ball 3.
Wakefield falling behind a number of these Kansas City Royal hitters.
Alberto Callaspo on deck with 1 out. It's outside, ball 4. The second walk given up by Wakefield. That's to bring John Farrell out.
At FWWeb.com, learn all you need to know about York Air Conditioning. York offers double the efficiency of older air conditioners, and many models qualify for federal and local tax credits. Cool off at FWWeb.com today.
Wakefield giving up 2 hits, a walk in this run. He did get Butler to ground out, so 1 out, 2 on. And Alberto Callaspo coming up. Callaspo lined out to left field in the second inning. Strike one to Callaspo. 51 pitches for Wakefield through 2 1/3 innings. Threw 102 pitches in his 8-inning effort last time out against the Phillies. High strike, 1-2. Towards third base, Beltre will touch third, fire across off the mark, pulls Youkilis off the bat. Able to get the out at third base on the force out for the second out of the inning.
Adrian Beltre made that play on the run. It almost looked like he had time to tag the base and then square up to make the throw to first base. Instead, he makes the throw on the run and it's not even close to first base. Pulling Youkilis off the bag. Either way, it was going to be a close play. But you see how he kind of takes that jump step toward the bag, steps on it, and throws from the bag.
So 2 down, first and second. Mitch Meyer, the batter. Meyer sends it into center field, a base hit. From second base comes Guillen. Throw goes to second, and it's a 1-run game. Kansas City coming up with their second run. Both runs coming here in the third.
Well, Mitch Meyer picks up his second base hit of the ball game. Wakefield knuckleball again. That one about thigh high, and he takes it into center field for the base hit. So very quickly, the Royals back in this game.
Tying run 90 feet away in Alberto Callaspo. First and third, 2 outs. And here's Yuniesky Betancourt. Who takes strike one. Betancourt flat out to the center fielder Mike Cameron in the second inning. Runner at first goes. This is popped up. Pedroia comes in to make the play right in front of second base. It ends the inning. 2 runs for the Royals. It's 3-2 Boston at the end of 2.5. Back at Fenway Park, someone new for Kevin Millar to talk to, but he doesn't have time right now for Mike Lowe because he's on the phone with his agent. Been a busy time for Kevin Millar as David Ortiz pops it up. Right around the bag at second now. Backpedaling is Betancourt to the outfield to make the grab. It's actually Callaspo. The shift on. Third baseman makes the grab for the first out of the inning.
Twilight right now here at Fenway Park, and sometimes that's a little bit tough. Look at that snow cone. Bounces out of the glove and back in for Callaspo.
One down here in the third inning. Kevin Youkilis coming up. Youkilis takes strike one. Walked in the first inning and scored. The league leaders are brought to you by Olympia Sports, the official sporting goods retailer, the New England Sports Network. On base percentage leaders, Youkilis second to Morneau at .455. Maglio Ordonez, Miguel Cabrera. The Tigers well represented. Ball three, full count. Youkilis walked in the first inning. Total of 41 walks on the season to lead the majors. Hit 60 for Kyle Davies. And another walk for Kevin Youkilis. Ward again with one out this time in the third inning.
Youkilis has done a great job of staying off pitches that are not strikes. I mean, we know that J.D. Drew does that very well, and Kevin Youkilis also does it very well. That's why that walk count's so high.
One out, Youkilis at first base. Victor Martinez the batter. Second time he has batted tonight. Doubled and knocked in a pair of runs in the first inning. Had a noticeable limp around the bases. Still hampered by the left big toe contusion. As he takes ball one inside. Outside ball 2-2-0. Davies had retired 5 batters in a row prior to the walk of Youkilis. Martinez, high drive to right. DeJesus back at the wall. It's gone into the bullpen. Victor Martinez with a 2-run home run. And the Red Sox take a 5-2 lead. He'll get behind him 2-0. And Victor takes him out of the yard on the next pitch.
That's twice tonight that Victor Martinez has hit the ball very hard. That first at bat, he hooked a high fastball. That fastball is up and away. This time a 2-0 fastball right down the middle of the plate. That bat starts coming around right now for Victor Martinez after a very slow start. And it's still a slow start, especially from the left side of the plate.
7 home runs now for Victor Martinez on the season. He's knocked in 4 runs in this game. Hess and Hess Express are proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson. During the 2010 Red Sox season, Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Pediatric Trauma Program at Children's Hospital Boston. For every home run hit by the Red Sox, Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. 1-1 to Drew. Has grounded back to Davies. Nice play as he picks it on a hop and fires to first for the out. The second out here in the third inning. So 2 down, bases empty. And here comes Adrian Beltre. Beltre with a single back in the first inning. For a strike, and it's 1-1. Third inning has been a big problem for Davies. For these 2 runs, he's now given up 9 runs in the third inning of his outings this season. This one is fouled off, and it's 1-2. It's hitting at 361 against him in the third. Generally, second time through as they are tonight. Outside, 2-2. A rough first inning through 36 pitches, gave up 3 runs, but then had a 1-2-3 second inning. Back past the mound, but right at Aviles at second base. Goes out Beltre, and the inning is over. 2-run home run for Victor Martinez. Red Sox lead at 5-2 at the end of 3. Okay. Yes, Dwight is here. You hear us okay?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm fine.
5-2, Red Sox on top of the Royals as we head here to the top of the 4th inning. Great to have with us Dwight Evans in the house. Good to see you, Dewey.
Don, it's great to be here. Great to be with you, Jerry.
How you doing, Dwight?
I'm great. I'm doing good. I'd like to see this score we got going right now. I like that.
Dwight, of course, filling in for Jerry once last year also.
Once was enough. I enjoyed my time, but it's work. I mean, it's I could not. One thing I was afraid of was a rain delay, and we had a rain delay.
Yep, never fails. It happened. Well, Dwight is being honored at the Tradition this year, which is an outstanding honor. I know you're going to be very happy to be there on June 14th.
I'm looking forward to it, and Jerry's coming along with me. He's going to be honored too, so I'm excited about that. And JoJo White, Steve Nelson, and I guess all the Bruins from 1970 were the Stanley Cup winners. So I'm starting to reminisce, and I'm looking forward to it.
Should be a great night, and certainly, as you see at the bottom of your screen there, fans can get tickets still for that event coming up. And of course, all the proceeds Going to the Sports Museum as well, which has been such a great place over the years for fans to visit.
It has, and you know, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun evening. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm excited about it.
Well, right back at Wakefield, he knocks it down, and by the time he gets it, really can't do much with it. Tough to tell where Wake got that, whether it got all glove or not.
I don't think so. It looked like it got him off the leg. We'll have to see on replay, but Wakefield tried his best to get the ball to Kevin Youkilis at first base. I think you're right, Don. Did get the glove. He wants that sidearm flip over to Youkilis, but Yuke's not even near the bag. No chance at all to get Kendall.
So lead runner on here for Kansas City in the 4th inning. Scott Podsednik, the batter. But Dwight, we saw you in spring training a little bit as well. What'd you do in spring training?
Well, there's a base hit there, but I'm in player development. I'm a consultant in player development, and so I work with the minor leaguers, which I really enjoy, and it keeps me active with the kids. So I go around and see them when I'm up here. I go to Pawtucket, I go to Portland, I go to Lowell, and stay on top of it.
J.D. Drew, we talk about him a lot here in right field at Fenway Park. Your thoughts as a right fielder, J.D. Drew? We noticed that he usually appears to get very good jumps.
He tracks the ball very well. He's an excellent outfielder. He does everything well. He throws the ball well, good jumps, and I can't say much about him other than I really like him out there.
First two of each year as Wakefield gives up the base hit to Podsednik, 1st and 3rd.
How about instructing? That's kind of fun when you see young kids develop, and you tell them something, you see them do it, and they feel good about themselves.
And then they have success with it, and that kind of builds in a relationship with a kid when they do have success with it, and it's nice to see them come back to you and want more. And you have to be careful because you can't give them too much either. You got to let them be themselves too, and let them be their own ball player.
Well, Dwight is being honored by the tradition, and again, you get your tickets June the 14th. It'll be a great event in Boston. The tradition has been a long event here in Boston, and it'll be the 9th annual, in fact, to the TD Bank Garden. It'll be coming up, and you can call 617-624-1237 to get your tickets for June 14th.
What is your award going to be?
Baseball.
Baseball award. You get the baseball award.
Yeah, baseball award. Well, it's the Bruins, it's the Patriots and Celtics, and then there's an award for you for announcing.
Take it off at first base, and a pitcher misses inside is Podsednik, and he'll get second.
Just a matter of time for Podsednik when he goes on first base that he's going to try to steal against Wakefield. So now a 2nd and 3rd situation. But still nobody out.
2-0 the count to Aviles, who lines this into left field for a base hit. Kendall will score, and it is now 5-3.
Wakefield's certainly not as sharp tonight as the last time we saw him in Philadelphia. Aviles for his 2nd hit of the night. Drives in the run and makes it a 5-3 ball game. Once again, that knuckleball. That time it does stay down, but Aviles goes down with it and pulls it between that hole between 3rd and short for the base hit.
Jerry, don't you agree when he does get that knuckleball up, he's in trouble? I mean, when I hit, I always tried to make the knuckleball pitcher get the ball up.
Yeah, they say when it's high, let it fly, and that's
if it was down, it was really breaking. So that one didn't move that much.
1st and 2nd, nobody out. David DeJesus, the batter, and he lines it to right field. It'll get in for a base hit, as Podsednik will score. It's again a 1-run game. And as we said, Jerry, coming into this game, Kansas City would probably be very aggressive just because they are, and they sure have been.
That's one theory against Wakefield. Swing at the first one, and he tries to get over for a strike. And DeJesus has had a lot of success tonight. He's got 3 hits already in this ball game.
You saw Scott Atchison starting to warm as John Farrell heads out.
Trying to think the knuckleballs you would have faced, Dwight. Huff for sure.
Huff, Necro, Wilbur Wood, and Candiotti.
Yep.
I know I'm missing somebody else, but Necro was tough because he changed speeds with it. And as the bat went on, he'd throw the knuckleball harder and harder.
Right.
And what I always try to do with Huff, I had good success. I try to, if I was behind or he was behind in the count, he'd always throw that fastball, and that's all I'd look for off him. He had a great knuckleball, but I'd try to get that fastball like a 3-1 count or a 2-0 count or even a 3-0 count.
That's something Wakefield doesn't do that often, especially the guys that hit ball out of the ballpark. If you were up, you probably wouldn't see a fastball from Wakefield. If I was up, I would.
Well, true. But he also has a great curveball that he gets over, and to me, he gets it over anytime he wants.
There's ahead of Billy Butler here, 0-1.
What is he, 43?
43 years old.
He still moves around pretty good out there. He pitched a great game in Philly, like you said, and
Butler grounds it foul. I want to give a new website in order to obtain tickets. Sportsmuseum.org. You can still call 617-624-1237 for the 9th annual tradition, June the 14th. Great to see you, Dwight. Thanks for coming up. Look forward to seeing you at the tradition.
Thank you. Jerry,
I'll see you there.
All right. Look forward to it. Thanks, guys.
Again, that is June the 14th. I hope you'll get your tickets coming up. 0-2 pitches back up the middle into center field. A base hit from second base. Coming around is Aviles. He will stop at third. As the throw comes back in, Aviles gets back to third. And it is now bases loaded for Kansas City, and it's still a one-run game. They are just swinging away.
A lot of line drives hit tonight by these Kansas City Royals against Wakefield, and Terry Francona pacing a little bit in that dugout right now. Billy Butler with the shot back up the middle. Wakefield falls to the ground. They hold that runner at third base, and bases loaded here. Still nobody out in the 4th inning.
That is 5 straight hits against Tim Wakefield. And here is Jose Guillen. He is singled and walked. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Pitching line is brought to you by Ace Ticket. And Tim Wakefield 3+, 11 hits, 4 runs so far. He's walked 2. He does not have a strikeout, 73 pitches deep. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. It was a tough thing for Terry Francona because Tim Wakefield can find it just as quickly as he can lose it. So while this has been a tough beginning to this inning, all of a sudden it may work out. He does have Atchison up, who has been warming in the pen. 1-2 is outside, 2-2.
And you also hate to get into the bullpen this early in a ball game because it can have a lasting effect for days to come.
Jammed and a pop-up to shallow right center. Pedroia going out, and he makes the catch. Turns and fires back in. Pedroia with his back to the plate, out to make the grab in shallow center.
That's a great play by Dustin Pedroia. It looked like for sure this ball was going to drop in between him and Mike Cameron. He calls Cameron off and then makes the over-the-shoulder catch. That is a tough ball to follow. He's tracking it all the way, and then when you turn around, it can become very tough. No advancement by the base runners as Pedroia gets it back in very quickly.
That is just the first out here in the 4th inning. After 5 straight hits for Kansas City. Now Callaspo with a swing and a miss. Popped up, foul ground. Victor coming back towards the seats, will lean and can't make the catch. They have got a piece of the fan leaning in.
Now, once the ball goes into the stands, it's really fair game, and he banged his head, his arm, I guess, against the head of some fan down there. Without that, he may have been able to make the catch on it. little too deep for him. That's about, what, 3 rows back?
Yeah, 2 or 3 in that general area. Swing and a miss. Wakefield gets 2 quick outs now. The bases loaded, still has the lead. And there's 2 away here in the 4th inning for a strikeout.
Excuse me, Don. One of the better knuckleballs tonight for Wakefield. That ball really, the bottom falls out of it.
Aspo retired on the strikeout. Mitch Meyer, the batter, is 2 for 2. As this one gets away from Victor, from third base comes Aviles. The game is tied. Ford goes back to the mound area where Pedroia will run it down. So just when it appeared Wakefield may be able to get out of this with a lead in the inning, it is a wild pitch. And the game tied 5-5.
Martinez reaching across his body, trying to backhand the ball, gets by him, and the run scores easily. The throw gets by Wakefield, but it's backed up in the infield. No further advancement.
Down low, 2-0 to Mitch Meyer. There's singled in the second, singled in the third, knocked in a run. Take strike 1, 2-1. There's a strike, 2-2. Jesus at third base, Butler at second, 2 down. Fouled off, hangs at 2-2. He's 1 for 1 with runners in scoring position tonight. That's second and third. Tie game now, 2 outs. In the dirt, Martinez to the backhand to scoop that, full count. Meyer, the 8th batter for Kansas City here in the 4th inning. They had 5 straight hits to start this inning. Ball 4. Wakefield wanted that, and down to first base goes Meyer with the 3rd walk given up by Tim Wakefield.
And just missed high, it looked like. Wakefield thought he had it. He was taking a step toward the dugout. But the ball called for being too high.
9th man to bat here in the 4th inning for Kansas City is Yuniesky Betancourt. And he almost comes out of his shoes on that swing. He is flat out to center, popped out to second, 0 for 2. High fly ball to left. Hamida going back at the wall, looking up. It is gone. Into the monster seats. A grand slam for Yuniesky Betancourt. And the Kansas City Royals take a 9-5 lead.
You said it, Don. Betancourt coming out of his shoes on that first swing. This is the 2nd career home run he's hit off Tim Wakefield. Bases loaded. Knuckleball stays belt high, and Yuniesky Betancourt into the monster seats.
The end of the night for Tim Wakefield. Kansas City with a 9-5 lead. 9-5, Kansas City on top of the Red Sox now with 2 outs here in the top half of the 4th inning. The pitcher is Scott Atchison with Jacoby Ellsbury going on the DL again. Atchison called back up again. His ground ball base hit into left field. And Jason Kendall has got a single, his 2nd hit of the night, 3rd time he's been on base.
A walk back in the 2nd inning and 2 singles here in the 4th inning. He got everything started here in the 4th inning with a base hit off Wakefield.
Betancourt the grand slam as part of this 4th inning. It has seen Kansas City score 7 runs. Eleventh man to bat here in the 4th for the Royals. Scott Podsednik, who singled, stole a base, and scored in the 4th inning. And it goes the 1-0. In and out of the glove for Victor Martinez, and Jason Kendall, the catcher, steals 2nd base.
Yeah, Kendall picks up his 4th steal of the season. Once again, that ball on the transfer dropped by Victor Martinez. Not even a throw to 2nd base.
On the ground right side, Youkilis will go to Atchison for the out. That will finally end the inning. But in the 4th, Kansas City scores 7 times to take a 9-5 lead to the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th inning, Jeremy Hermida cleans it off and takes strike 1 from Kyle Davies. Davies has got a new lease on life here. He's got a 4-run lead. A long wait while his team was scoring 7 times in the top half of this inning. It was 5-2 Boston when he left the mound. Comes back, he's got a 4-run lead, 9-5. And time called late. Two is outside, 1-2. To center field, Mitch Meyer is there and he makes the catch. It's time for a game break, and Tom Caron, TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Here it is now 9-5. Kansas City on top. Mike Cameron standing in. Cameron flied out to right field in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. The center fielder Mitch Meyer, step or two towards right center for him to go the other way. And he softly flares one into right field, just out of the reach of Mike Cavilles, the second baseman.
Cavilles is trying to time that perfectly. He did, except the ball was hit a little bit too hard for him to make a play on. Mike Cameron slicing this ball just up over the head of the Royals second baseman for the base hit. So Cameron 1 for 2 on the night. A lot of baseball left in this one.
One out, Mike Cameron at first base. Marco Scudero, the batter. And a double in the first inning. Struck out looking in the second. 1 for 2. Fastball in there for strike one. Scudero is 6 for 12 now in his career against Kyle Davies. 1 for 2 in the game tonight. Pitch 80 for Davies of his outing already. One out here in the fourth. It's in there for strike two, 1-2.
It's that cut fastball on the outside corner to get ahead of Scudero, 1-2.
Interesting to see if he comes back with the curveball. It was the curveball that struck out Scudero in the second inning.
It's like their changeup.
Line to left. Should have thrown the curveball maybe. It's in the left field for a base hit. Second hit for Scudero is 2 for 3, and it's first and second with one away.
And remember, this is a guy that Scudero feels very comfortable again. He was 5 for 10 against him coming into the game. That changeup stays up in the zone, and Scudero rifles it to left field for the base hit.
The pitching line is brought to you by Lexus. Kyle Davies, 3 1/3, 7 hits, 5 runs. Walked 2, struck out 3. Bob McClure, his pitching coach, out to talk it over. I think we have a first among NESN analysts. We've had a lot of firsts this year, but I think this is the first NESN analyst to be ejected from the ballpark in between innings. Security for the Red Sox. Kevin doesn't have a ticket, apparently, so he is being ejected from the park. He'll be leaving now. Say goodbye to your friends. I have to leave. So that's a first, I think. One out, first and second. Dustin Pedroia is 0 for 2. He struck out, flied out to the warning track and left. Kyle Farnsworth, our throwing right-hander, up in the pen for Kansas City. Davies has had 1-1-2-3 inning. It was the second inning. Otherwise, it's been a lot of work. Outside, and it's 1-1. Cameron at second base, Scudero at first base, 1 out. Down the right field line, foul ground. Butler and Aviles. Butler by the tarp, and the catch made. Throw goes to third, where Cameron is in safely. Nice grab by Mike Aviles right up against the tarp. He was there with Butler, and Aviles makes the catch.
Well, that was a good play by Aviles. We saw Pedroia make a good play in the outfield. Now Aviles calls off his first baseman. What great concentration there as he's right up against the top. Makes the catch and then lands on the top. Tremendous concentration by Aviles.
So it's first and third now, 2 down, and David Ortiz coming up. Ortiz singled in the first, popped out to third in the third, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Takes ball 1 inside. Outside this time, 2-0. A .365 average in May for Ortiz. 9 home runs, 24 runs batted in the month. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Target has been set in the monster seats. Ball 3-1. Leader lined out to begin the inning. Cameron single, Scudero single. Pedroia fouls out to Mike Aviles. Cameron able to tag up and take third, so first and third, 2 down. 3-1 to Ortiz. Fouled off to the left, full count.
Now David upset with himself there, had a good pitch and a 3-1 pitch, fastball, and fouled it back.
'90th pitch for Kyle Davies. Ortiz fouls off another, off to the left.
And a good job spoiling the changeup that time by Ortiz. Davies not afraid to throw that changeup, that's for sure. 3-2 count.
Ortiz strikes out. Good strikeout for Kyle Davies. Red Sox stranded pair. We played 4-9-5 Kansas City. Top of the 5th inning, 9-5. Kansas City on top of Boston as Scott Atchison returns to the mound for the Red Sox. Tim Wakefield tonight, lasting 3 2/3 innings. Wakefield gave up a total of 12 hits. This one is outside. Charged with 9 runs in the game. Wakefield walked 3, struck out a batter. Atchison got the final out of last inning as a ground ball to first base. Youkilis will flip to Atchison, who gets there just in time with Aviles racing down the line. He's out number 1 of the 5th inning. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Eastern Bank, the best team in banking. One out here in the 5th inning. David DeJesus coming up. It's been a 3-hit night for the right fielder for Kansas City. A single, a double, and a single for DeJesus. He has 2 RBIs to go along with his 3 hits.
Mentioned earlier, Don, he's been hot. 10-game hitting streak now.
Did he go? No, says Joe West, third base umpire. It's 2-1. Atchison called back up today as Kobe Ellsbury placed on the disabled list by the Red Sox. He'd been called up earlier in the week when the Red Sox were in Tampa Bay. There very briefly. Soft bloop. Atchison's can't get it. Beltre could, but has no play at first base. And DeJesus, with good speed, able to beat it out.
Well, when you're hot, you're hot. You get all kind of base hits. Actually got jammed on this cutter right here and just bloops it up over the head of Atchison. Once Beltre gets there, nobody can make a play. Talk about perfect placement. 4 for 4 now in the ball game for DeJesus.
So DeJesus at first base, 1 out, and Billy Butler the batter. Butler grounded out to third base twice, and last time up singled to center field. Everybody in Kansas City starting 9 has at least 1 hit with the exception of Alberto Callaspo. 2-0. On the inside corner for strike 1, 2-1. Center fielder Mike Cameron, step or 2 towards right center for Butler to go the other way. As Youkilis holds on to DeJesus. Quick check on him and a low throw. On the ground and by the dive of Beltre into left field, a base hit. Billy Butler has his second hit of the night. DeJesus takes second. Let's check back in with Heidi.
Don, Ned Yost took over as manager for the Royals after Trey Hillman was fired on May 13th. Since then, the team has gone 8-5 and is playing better baseball. And I asked first baseman Billy Butler what he thinks the reason is.
I think the biggest thing is guys realize that he's put a little fire in them, and we understand that we weren't playing as good as we needed to before, and guys are holding each other accountable. We have a good bunch here, and we all get along.
Now, I also talked about the change with Yost, and he told me he feels like the team was pressing and trying too hard to save Hillman's job. He said they're much more relaxed and playing loose now. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. Able to take the first game of this 4-game series last night against the Red Sox. They got down tonight 5-2, and they bounced back in a big way. 7-run fourth. They've got a 9-5 lead. As Ned Yost's team looking to do more here. Of course, he managed Milwaukee Brewers, team he played for in the majors. 5 seasons in Milwaukee. His first managerial go-around.
It's always tough to have a new manager come in midstream. You get guys that are loyal to the other manager that was fired. You feel a little bit down about that. Yet you got to now try to prove yourself to a new manager who's probably got some new ideas on how he wants to do things. It's not an easy thing to change during the season.
Did you have that happen in your career, a different manager mid-season?
Yes, it did happen. Dick Williams was fired at one point, and I believe it was Norm Sherry that took over for him. I think it was my second year in the big leagues. It's really kind of a weird feeling for the guys on the team.
Are you thinking about that as losses start to pile up, things aren't going well, that you may lose your manager?
You start hearing rumors, this might happen, that might happen, and, it's not good. The whole situation is not good because the word starts to spread, and sooner or later something does eventually happen.
On the ground, Beltre to his left. He'll go to second for 1, on to first for 2. Red Sox needed that. Double play, turn in the infield. Halfway through this one, it's 9-5, Kansas City.
Flashy guy.
Nine to 5, Kansas City on top of Boston. Bottom half of the 5th inning back at Fenway Park. And Cal Davies trying to get through the 5th inning. This is 91 pitches as he starts the 5th. It really has been a tough goal for Davies. He's had 1, 2, 3 inning. Otherwise, Red Sox have had at least 2 base runners in every inning. But he's gotten out of quite a few jams, giving up 5 runs. It's one carved foul, 1-1. Boston has left 4 men on base through the first 4 innings. Gave up 3 runs in the first, 2 in the third. The home run by Victor Martinez. Curveball drops in there for strike 2. Nicholas didn't like it. 1-2. Fly ball to right field. DeJesus is there, and he makes the catch for the first out of the 5th inning.
The Amica Pitch Zone is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Amica Insurance is not just how you covered, it's how you treated. Last at bat for Victor Martinez, a home run on a fastball out over the plate. That he hooks into the bullpen. Up to 4 RBI on the night.
1 out in the 5th inning. Victor Martinez with 2 hits tonight. The double in the first to drive in 2 runs. The home run you just saw, which was a 2-run shot, as he takes strike 1 from Kyle Davies. Downstairs for ball 1. J.D. Drew waits on deck. Red Sox batting here in the 5th inning with 1 down. It's underneath this one and pops it up into shallow center field. In comes Meyer. Out goes Aviles, and it's Meyer makes the catch. Interesting communication there, and almost a disaster. 2 down. Whether it's banking, investments, or insurance, Eastern Bank is here to help you and your community win. And for each Red Sox win this month, the Eastern Bank Charitable Foundation will donate $500 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Cape Cod. Two down in the 5th, 4 in a row. Retired by Kyle Davies. J.D. Drew, the batter. As he takes strike 1. Drew has popped out to second base and grounded back to the mound. 0 for 2. Pitch 101. Cutter, and it's 0-2.
Something very rare there to see J.D. Drew swinging a pitch that's out of the strike zone.
Takes that for strike 3, and Davies has a 1-2-3 5th. It's 9-5 Royals.
Yeah, I tell you the point.
9-5, Kansas City on top of Boston. Top half of the 6th inning. Scott Atchison back on the mound. And the first pitch strike to Alberto Callaspo. Callaspo, the only member of this Kansas City Royals starting nine not to have a base hit tonight. The Royals have 15 hits. It's jammed and fouls it off to the left. Action in the pen for Boston. Ramon Ramirez warming up. Atchison has been in the game since the fourth inning. Third foul, still 0-2. The Royals pen is busy. Cal Farnsworth was up earlier, back up again, so he will likely be in for the sixth inning. Davies at 102 pitches through 5, and if he is done, finishes on a good note, retiring the last 5 Red Sox he faced. 0-2 fouled off. Fly ball center field. Mike Cameron moving back a few steps to make the catch for the first out of the sixth inning. Friday Night Baseball on NESN is brought to you by Ace Ticket. Great seats at great prices. One out in the sixth inning. Mitch Meyer coming up. He has been on base 3 times, 2 singles and a walk, and he's driven in a run. Atchison falling behind 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1. Tim Wakefield tonight, 3 2/3, 12 hits, 9 runs. Walked 3, struck out a batter on the hook at the moment. Swing and a miss. Atchison able to strike out Meyer. First strikeout for Atchison. 2 down here in the sixth inning.
Looks like a cut fastball from Atchison, down out of the zone, but Meyer chases it. 2 hits and a walk before that strikeout for Mitch Meyer.
Here's Yuniesky Betancourt, who hit a grand slam in the fourth inning. The last batter Tim Wakefield faced in the game. Betancourt, his 4th home run of the year. Now 20 RBIs on the season. Back up the middle and into center field. A 2-out base hit for Betancourt, his 2nd hit of the night, and the 16th of the game for Kansas City.
Immediately following the game tonight, it's WB Mason Extra Innings Live with TC, Peter Gammons, and Kevin Millar. They'll break down the game tonight and bring you post-game reaction from Tito in the clubhouse. It's all coming up right after the game on WB Mason Extra Innings Live.
2 down, Betancourt at first base. And Jason Kendall has been on base 3 times in the game. Walk and 2 singles. Yankees tonight with a 4-1 lead over the Cleveland Indians are in the 7th at a Yankee Stadium. Tampa Bay tonight trails the White Sox in the 7th inning 3-2. White Sox beginning the night 6.5 back of the Rays. And 2 back of the Yankees. A virtual tie with the Toronto Blue Jays to start the night. Blue Jays are ahead 4-0 against Baltimore in the 6th inning. Kendall takes ball 2 high again, 2-0. On the ground, left side, it's Scudero goes to second, and they just do get the runner there at Betancourt to retire the side. It's on to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 9-5 Kansas City.
Benjamin Moore, a revolutionary waterborne stain that outperforms the best oil-based stains on the market. Find Harbor Coat at your local Benjamin Moore dealer.
This call to bullpen is brought to you by New England Ford dealers. And into the game is Kyle Farnsworth for Kyle Davies. Farnsworth's 18th appearance, 1-0 mark, 2.79 ERA. And opponents hitting at .270 against Farnsworth. Line drive to center for Beltre. That's right at Mitch Meyer. Hit hard, but Beltre is out number 1 of the 6th inning.
A little strange to see Farnsworth at this stage of a game. Usually you see him toward the end of games. In here in the 6th inning.
One out for Jeremy Hermida, who was 0 for 2 in the game. Kyle Davies leaves after 5 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, walked 2, struck out 5 for 102 pitches. No, it skips 2 for a ball, 1-1. Kyle Farnsworth is 34 years of age. This is lined and caught. It's shortstop by Betancourt. Nice running grab as he was hooking away from him. 2 down.
And what a night Yuniesky Betancourt having. A nice defensive play there. He's got the grand slam home run plus a base hit. To the backhand to take a base hit away from Hermida.
Two down, Mike Cameron. Flied out to right in the 2nd, single to right in the 4th. Now takes ball 1 inside. Farnsworth signing with the Royals as Major League free agent December of 08. And last year in Kansas City, 1-5 out of the pen. And 41 appearances, a 4.58 earned run average. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Broke into the big leagues in '99 with the Cubs. Parts of 6 seasons with the Cubs. Was with the Tigers, Braves, Yankees for 3, Detroit, and now his 2nd year in KC. 98 on the fastball that misses, 2-2. Full count. It is 7 in a row now retired by Kansas City pitching. Scudero waits on deck. Cameron down the left field line, headed for the corner, and it's off the wall. Podsednik quickly with it. It was hit so hard, Cameron's going to be held to a long single. Looks away briefly on the way back in. That was a bullet off the wall.
Ball hit hard. The Red Sox down by 4 runs. You don't want to take that chance at all going to second base. He turns around an inside fastball and rifles it off that left field wall. Podsednik over there very quickly to get it back in, and hold Cameron to the single.
So 2 down, Cameron at first base. Marco Scudero, the batter, he's had a good night. Double and a single. As he takes strike 1. Center fielder Mitch Meyer towards right center for Scudero to go the other way. Swing and a miss. That gets away, and the second base goes Cameron.
Now, the way that thing deflected off the glove, I think Cameron might have thought it was a foul ball. Just a swing and a miss that goes off the glove of Jason Kendall.
He's charged with a pass ball. So 2 down, Cameron at second base. Scudero now with a count of 0-2. Chopped up the middle. Bencourt at shortstop, and the high hopper throws out Scudero. Wraps up the 6th inning. We played 6 from Fenway, 9-5 Kansas City. When you need it, sold out or not, find your seats at Ace Ticket. Call 1-800-MY-SEATS. Scott Podsednik leads it off here in the 7th inning against the new Red Sox pitcher Ramon Ramirez into the game here to pitch the 7th inning. His 20th appearance of the year, 5.68 earned run average. As Podsednik takes ball 2-0. Ramirez tossed a perfect inning in each of his last 2 outings, Wednesday and last night. Not giving up a run in 5 of his last 6 outings, and he had 5 in the 3rd innings. Went an inning last night, retiring all the batters he faced. Line towards the gap in left center field. That'll get down to the track and the wall. Cameron back to play it as Podsednik motors into second base with a double to begin the 7th inning. It is the Royals' 17th hit of the game.
Podsednik finds himself ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. He gets the fastball from Ramirez and finds that gap in left center field. They sit back in the 4th inning with a steal. Now the double in the 7th. 17 hits, and that average of the Kansas City Royals will climb tonight.
It's only the 3rd extra base hit of the 17 given up. Mike Avili Sabato, the runner at second. And a swing and a miss. Willis chases that pitch, 0-1. Down and in, 1-1. Willis has 2 hits, both singles to left field. He's driven in a run and scored 2. Off the end of the bat, foul, 1-2. On deck, 2 more games against Kansas City tomorrow night and Sunday afternoon before the Red Sox will have Monday off, and then the Oakland A's will be coming into town. The A's 2 games over 500 and just a game and a half back of Texas in the American League West. One, two to Aviles. Fouled off to the right.
Strange to have an off day on Monday, Memorial Day.
Yes. Can't remember the last time we were off on Memorial Day.
No. Might have to have a barbecue done.
I know. I don't know what to do with myself. What do people do on
Barbecue.
Memorial Day?
Barbecue.
Okay. I'm all over it. Haven't had one off in a really long time. So fouled off, still 1-2. 88, and the first time you've been to Fenway Park. Welcome to Fenway. To right field, falling fast. Drew will make the catch. A sinking line drive that Drew glides in and makes the grab on knee high for the first out of the 7th inning.
Once again, a great jump right there by J.D. Drew to be able to make this catch out in right field. Talk all the time about the jumps that Drew gets on baseballs, and there's another good example right there. That looked to be a base hit, but J.D. gets it right about knee high.
So 1 out, no advance for Podsednik at second base. And David DeJesus, the batter, he's had quite a night. 4 hits, 2 runs driven in, 4 for 4 in tonight's action. 3 singles and a double. As he fouls one off down the left field line.
Coming up after the game tonight, it's Granite City Electric Red Sox final with TC Peter Gammons and Kevin Millar. They'll recap the Young Guns taking the hill tonight in the AL East and preview Casey Kelly and the Sea Dogs who play Monday on Nesson. Plus a look ahead to the Buckholz-Greinke matchup tomorrow. It's all coming up after the game only on Nesson.
One out puts Sednick at second base. It's jammed and pops it up foul, back and out of play.
And while you're at it, get one of the best sports sections in the country delivered to your home every day. Sign up now for convenient Boston Globe home delivery. Call 888-MY-GLOBE or go to bostonglobe.com/sports.
Well, last night the clouds were in the way. Tonight a good look.
It's like a big pumpkin.
One out puts Sednick at second base. An 0-2 pitch from Ramirez. In the dirt, and it's 1-2. Ramirez giving up a leadoff double to Scott Podsednik to begin the seventh. Vilas lines out to right. Now David DeJesus down in the count 1-2. On the ground, softly to third. Beltre will go to first base. 2 down. Sednick takes third base on the ground out. First time the Red Sox found a way to get David DeJesus out. Two away for Billy Butler. There was 2 hits in this game, both singles. He's also grounded out to third base twice. This one fouled off down the right field line, out of play. Outside, a ball and a strike to Billy Butler. Tim Wakefield tonight, 3 2/3, 12 hits, 9 runs. Walked 3, struck out 1. Scott Atchison goes 2 1/3, giving up 4 hits, no runs, didn't walk anybody, and struck out a batter. He's able to log the end of the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th innings. Did a good job out of the pen to slightly quiet down this Kansas City offense, which has banged out 17 hits and 9 runs so far. Rescue Betancourt was the final batter that Tim Wakefield faced. He hit a grand slam off him. Two-1 to Billy Butler. Breaking ball fouled off down by the tarp. 2-2. Two pitch to Billy Butler. Fouled off, and it hangs at 2-2.
Coming up after the game tonight, it's Granite City Electric Red Sox final with TC, Peter Gammons, and Kevin Millar. They'll recap the Young Guns taking the hill tonight in the AL East and preview Casey Kelly and the Sea Dogs, who play Monday on Nesson. Plus a look ahead to the Buckholz-Greinke matchup tomorrow. It's all coming up after the game only on Nesson.
This one fouled down the right field line, still 2-2. Ball 3, full count. Jose Guillen on deck with 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Royals trying to add on to their 9-5 lead. In the dirt, gets away from third base, comes Podsednik, who will score. And Kansas City does add to their lead, on top now 10-5. It's ball 4 to Butler, who walks, but gets away from Martinez, and another run for Kansas City on the wild pitch.
Yeah, ball 4 and a wild pitch. Martinez trying to backhand it, can't get to it, and then limps after it as another run comes across.
Comes John Farrell to talk it over with Ramon Ramirez. The Red Sox working so hard on the road trip. They take 2 out of 3 from Philadelphia. You sweep Tampa Bay, and now you come home, and so far it's not gone well against Kansas City.
No, this has been a little bit surprising. A pretty good roll coming home, and losing the ball game last night. Down by 5 at this stage of the game tonight.
It's time now for tonight's AT&T trivia question. Who holds the all-time Major League Baseball record for being hit by a pitch? I'll have the answer for you a little bit later. 2 outs, runner at first to run in. Jose Guillen, the batter. Rips this foul out ahead. Ricochets off the facade, back down again.
That's a good description of that one. He ripped that one. Ripped it foul.
Guillen's been on twice, single and a walk. He's also popped out, grounded into a double play. There's a strike, 1-1. Take that back, 0-2 with a strike. This will be the 25th pitch of the inning for Ramon Ramirez. Swing and a miss. Strikes out Guillen to end the top of the 7th inning. 10-5, Royals on top of the Red Sox. Fenway Park in a full moon. 10-5, Kansas City on top of the Red Sox as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. And it's Dustin Pedroia leads it off against Kyle Farnsworth, who pitched the 6th inning, back out there for the 7th. Pedroia, Ortiz, and Youkilis are expected in the inning. 0 for 3 night for Pedroia. He was quickly down 0-2. Pedroia struck out, flied out to the warning track, fouled out. 0 for 3 Knight, batting here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Time now for tonight's Radio Shack What Do You Know Fact of the Night. There are 4 current members of the Red Sox who hit their first career Major League home run against these Kansas City Royals. Mike Cameron, Victor Martinez, Dustin Pedroia, and Jason Varitek all went deep for the first time against Kansas City. Time called as home plate umpire Angel Hernandez wants to see the baseball, and he's going to put a new one in the game. Pedroia grounds one at Aviles at second base for the first out of the 7th inning. Hideki Okajima warming in the pen. The Red Sox have used Atchison and Ramirez so far. They started Tim Wakefield lasting just 3 2/3. One out in the 7th for David Ortiz. 1 for 3 Knight with an RBI. And an RBI single back in the first inning. Another one thrown out by Angel Hernandez. He went out to the mound that time to retrieve that baseball. We've got a ways to go in this one, but so far this Kansas City bullpen that has been much maligned has looked pretty good.
Certainly did last night and so far in the game tonight.
Outside and low, 1-1. Shift on with the outfield pretty deep into Jesus in right, Meyer in center, out towards right center for Ortiz to pull in that direction. Sliced foul, 1-2. Boston had a 3-0 lead after an inning, a 5-2 lead after 3. Kansas City gets 7 in the 4th and a run in the 7th. Ortiz strikes out. It's the second out of the 7th inning, and the second time Ortiz has struck out tonight. 2 down.
That was just power against power right there. 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Farnsworth by David Ortiz inside.
Two down here in the 7th, and Kevin Youkilis has walked twice, fly to right as he takes strike 1. So 2 more walks to add on to his major league leading walk total. Breaking ball in there for strike 2, and it's 1-2. Al Davies, starter tonight for Kansas City, is eligible for victory. Went 5 innings, 102 pitches, giving up 5 runs. Youkilis grounds one back. Farnsworth off the backside of the mound. Off balance throw. Nice play. Big Kyle Farnsworth Around to make that play. It's 10-5 Royals at the end of 7.
Is for you and 3 friends to watch the Lennox Industrial 301 at the Hampshire Motor Speedway like you've never seen it before. Visit NESN.com to read the official rules and enter to win by May 30th.
Hideki Okajime into the game. 4th arm used by Terry Francona tonight. 22nd appearance already. 4.41 ERA. 2-1 mark out of the pen. Alberto Callaspo. Royals have 17 hits. Callaspo does not have a base hit so far tonight. He reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd and is 0 for 4 in the game. Ramon Ramirez works the 7th inning. Gives up a hit and a run. Walked a batter, struck out a batter. Up and in, 3-0. Action in the pen, Dusty Hughes, left-hander up after 2 shutout innings from Kyle Farnsworth. Okajima's fallen behind, 3-0. There's a strike, 3-1. Yankees have opened up a good-sized lead on Cleveland tonight, on top 8-2. Well, Toronto's winning 5-0 against Baltimore in the 9th. Tampa Bay trails 4-2 tonight in Tampa Bay. Three-2 to Callaspo. Line towards the gap in left center field. That'll get down to the track of the wall. Like Cameron back to play it, but Callaspo had been the only member of the Royals not to have hit tonight. It's his first hit of the night. It's a double, and it's the 18th hit of the night for Kansas City.
Some new season high for hits allowed against Red Sox pitching this season. 18 now for the Kansas City Royals as Callaspo joins in on the party.
He's at second. Nobody out. Mitch Meyer, the batter. Meyer drives one deep and far to right field. Drew going back at the wall. It is gone. Two-run shot into the pen from Mitch Meyer. His first home run. And it's a two-run home run that puts Kansas City on top 12-5.
That's been quite a night offensively for Mitch Meyer. A single, a base hit in the third to drive in a run, a walk, and now the two-run home run off Okajima. He gets the fastball right down the middle of the plate and hooks it into the bullpen. As Don mentioned, his first home run of the season. He now has 21 RBIs.
Well, Bencourt fooled on the pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. Fired up Royals dugout. Took game one last night on top 12-5 in game two. One and one to Bencourt. Big night for him. 2 hits in 4 tries, including 4th home run of the year, grand slam. Tries to hold up, it goes around 1-2. Lined into left field. Over the plate is Hermida in the corner. Heading for 2 is Bencourt. Now he'll stop, throw the brakes on. Pedroia will look him back to the bag. 1 down.
Time now for the Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. It's going to be the grand slam from Yuniesky Bencourt back in the 4th inning. That's the inning that the Royals scored 7 runs against the Red Sox. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
So a single for Bencourt. As John Farrell out there to talk it over the Okajima. He's given up 3 straight hits to begin this 8th inning. There's action in the pen. Joe Nelson has been getting a lot of work lately up in the pen. Bencourt with his base hit has 3 hits in the game. Jason Kendall, who takes strike 1. Kendall's been on base 4 times tonight. A walk, 2 singles. Reached on a fielder's choice last time up. Top ball 2-2-1. Well, Okajima coming into this outing tonight had thrown 3 1/3 shutout frames over his last 3 games. He pitched 2 perfect innings on Monday night at Tampa Bay. And having a tough outing here in the 8th. Up a double to begin the inning to Callaspo. 2-run home run from Meyer. Single by Bencourt. Now at 3-1. And Kendall hits a fly ball to left field. Hermida coming in. Makes the catch for the first out in the 8th. Time now for the answer to tonight's AT&T trivia question. Who holds the all-time Major League Baseball record for being hit by a pitch? Huey Jennings, 287. Played 18 seasons in the late 1800s, early 1900s. Craig Biggio is second all-time with 285. Jason Kendall is the active leader with 251. Oddly enough, Tim Wakefield, the active pitcher, the most hit batters. He's hit 174 batters.
I thought guys like Ron Hunt would be on that list, and Don Baylor.
One out, Bencourt at first base. Podsednik the batter. Well, 2-2-1. One out, Yuniesky, Bencourt at first base. Podsednik has 2 hits in the game, a single and a double. Scored 2 runs. Has a stolen base. Okajima has been behind virtually everybody so far, and he's back 3-1 now. Mentioned Kansas City first in batting average coming in. They are 8th in the league in runs, however. They have scored 12 runs in the game tonight. This one sliced foul, full count.
On Sunday's Ultimate Red Sox show, Heidi reaches new heights as she hosts the show from the catwalk at Tropicana Field in St. Pete. Her lineup includes the Sox recent sweep of the Rays, ex-top 5 unknown closers, and much more. Catch the complete lineup Sunday at noon on the Ultimate Red Sox show presented by Abella Insurance.
The 12 runs scored tonight by Kansas City ties a season high. 3-2, a defensive swing for Podsednik, fouls it off. The 20 hits they have in the game beats a season high. They had 18 previously against Colorado, against the Rockies on the 23rd of May. But it is 12 runs on 20 hits at the moment for KC. 1 out here in the 8th. Mitch Myers hit a 2-run home run in this inning. There's ball 4 to Podsednik. First walk given up by Okajima, 5th by Red Sox pitching. It's going to do it for Okajima as Terry Francona heads out. Joe Nelson will be in when we return to Fenway Park. Royals on top, 12-5. Mike Avila's bats with one out here in the 8th inning and sends a foul fly down the right field line back into the seats. It's 12-5, Kansas City on top. 20 hits to 8 for the Red Sox. New pitcher is Joe Nelson. First 3 appearances with the Red Sox giving up a run in each. 4th appearance for Boston. He's worked 4 1/3 innings. But sitting at 316. Mike Aviles has 2 hits and hits a fly ball to right field. Shallow right, drew in. Makes the catch for out number 2 of the inning. Well, Hideki Okajima responsible for the runners who are on. As he went a third of an inning, giving up a total of 3 hits, 2 runs so far. Walked the batter and did not strike anybody out. Up the 2-run home run to Mitch Meyer. David DeJesus, who has already had a 4-hit night. He is 4 for 5 in the game. He bats here with 2 outs and 2 on in the 8th. Joe Nelson called up on May 19th when Josh Beckett went on the DL. He was pitching for the Pawtucket Red Sox and made 16 relief appearances, 3-2 with 1 save, 2.49 ERA at the time of his selection to the Major League roster. On the ground towards short, Scudero will bobble it and everybody will be safe.
Well, that's what happens on nights like this when everything seems to go wrong. Scudero had a play here to get out of the inning and just boots it. Picks up his 7th error of the season.
The Red Sox been playing very good defense. Their first error in 6 games. A miscue here. The base is loaded and 2 down. Billy Butler, the batter. Been on base 3 times, 2 hits and a walk. Red Sox have used 4 relievers in the game now. Atchison for 2 1/3. Ramon Ramirez an inning. Okajima a third of an inning. Joe Nelson. The 1-1 that misses inside, 2-1. Nelson spending all of last year with Tampa Bay, the organization anyway. He made 42 relief appearances in the majors with the Rays, 3-0, 3 saves. Full Butler, and it's 2-2.
Slider here from Nelson to even the score at 2-2 against Butler. I don't know if that was a slider or that was the Vulcan. That might have been the Vulcan.
Hits it by him, and 90 strikes him out to end the inning. But 2 more runs for Kansas City. A 2-run shot for Meyer. It's 12-5 Royals. Victor Martinez and the Red Sox had things going on early. This 2-run home run for Victor into the bullpen. And the Red Sox had a 5-2 lead. But back comes Kansas City, a 7-run fourth, putting a grand slam by Yuneski Bettencourt on Tim Wakefield, who gives up 9 runs in 3 2/3 innings. Mitch Meyer adds a 2-run shot in the 8th inning, and Kansas City's got a 12-5 lead in this game. Royals move on to their third pitcher of the night. It's Dusty Hughes, 21st appearance, 4.41 earned run average, 286 opponent batting average, 9 walks in 16 1/3 innings. Victor Martinez turns around to bat from the right side. Red Sox have action, and it is Bill Hall who's starting to warm up. Gary Tuck talking her over with him. Maybe another position player situation for the Red Sox tonight. Martinez hits a fly ball to center field. Mitch Meyer started back, now comes back in and makes the catch for the first out of the 8th. Kyle Farnsworth went 2 innings, giving up a hit, no runs, didn't walk anybody, and struck out a batter. Continues what has been an impressive run for Kansas City's bullpen in the first 2 games of this series. You wonder, not that it's going to matter now, but heading, or at least not now anyway. You wonder about the availability of the closer tonight. Soria saved back-to-back games.
Now, if the score remains the way it is right now, they won't need a closer.
Not an issue. Two 2-0, the count quickly to J.D. Drew with 1 out here in the 8th. It's in there for a strike. Strike 1, 2-1. By him, 92, 2-2. Davies for 5 tonight, giving up 5 runs. His chance to get a win. Farnsworth 2 shutout innings. 2-2 to Drew. Ball 3, full count. Dunkin' Donuts is in its 11th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout. Special seating section at Fenway Park. Thousands of children have had the chance to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. Still hanging in there out there. On the ground to first base. Butler will take it himself to the bag and just gets there for out number 2.
Yeah, it didn't look like Hughes wanted to get over there, did it? Billy Butler looked up, looked for his pitcher. He was a little bit tardy getting over to first base, so he takes it himself. Was falling off toward that third base side. And Butler sprinting to the bag to get the out against J.D.
Two down here in the 8th. Adrian Beltre takes ball 1. Beltre singled in the first inning, grounded out in the 3rd, lined out in the 6th.
Mark your calendar for 2 great family-friendly events this July. Fenway Park will once again host the Futures of Fenway minor league doubleheader and the Cape Cod League All-Star Game. Both events have family-friendly ticket prices. Fans will enjoy autograph sessions as well as discounted concessions. Visit redsox.com/futures or redsox.com/Cape Cod to get your tickets today.
Beltre takes ball 2, 2-2. Beltre into center field, a base hit. His second hit of the game. A 2-out single here in the 8th.
Multiple hit game for Adrian Beltre. Had a base hit way back in the first inning when the Red Sox scored 3 runs.
He joins Mike Cameron, who has 2 hits in the game. Victor Martinez, who's got 2. And Marco Scudero with 2. However, the Red Sox are being out-hit 20-9. 2 outs, runner at first. Jeremy Hermida takes ball 1. Popped up into shallow left. Petsednik in. Left fielder makes the catch that ends the 8th inning. We head for the 9th. It is 12-5 Kansas City. Bill Hall will be. Wow. Listen to Bill Hall appears in his 6th position of 2010 for the Red Sox as he comes in as a relief pitcher. The last position player we've seen this year, Jonathan Van Every, back on May 8th. As Bill Hall pitching here in the 9th inning. Red Sox down 12-5. Jose Guillen leading it off. As he takes a strike, and it's 2-1. On the ground to shortstop. Scudero's got it. Throw in time, 1 down in the 9th. Other changes for the Red Sox as into the game, Darnell McDonald in center field for Mike Cameron. And a new catcher, Jason Varitek, in there for Victor Martinez here for the 9th. 1 out in the 9th as Alberto Callaspo is coming up. This is a hitter, Jerry. You don't really want to be embarrassed by a guy who does not pitch regularly.
No.
Comes into a game.
Exactly. You're exactly right, Don. It's an uncomfortable feeling. You pretty much look for fastballs. You're not going to see much breaking stuff from some of these guys.
The 2-0 delivery to Callaspo. It's on the ground to first base. Euclid will take it himself, and there's 2 down.
The top performer of the game is brought to you by Jaguar. And it's David DeJesus. Big ball game tonight. 4 hits in the game. Second career 4-hit game for DeJesus.
2 quick outs for Bill Hall here in the 9th inning. As Mitch Meyer takes strike 1. He's been on base 4 times. in there for strike two. It's 0-2. I hesitate to even say it. But Bill Hall could get the first 1-2-3 inning of the night for Red Sox pitching. Fouled straight back. It's 0-2 still.
Throwing strikes.
And it works quick.
Much to your delight.
In the midst of a meeting with himself. Right now the 0-2. Don't think too much, Bill. On the ground, right side. Pedroia's got it. Bill Hall, a 1-2-3, ninth inning. 12-5, Kansas City. Back at Fenway Park, I think he's got my brush, Jerry.
That's just like yours, about the same size. That may be even a little smaller than yours, but not much.
Now, that was a male, right?
What's that?
That was a male on that side.
I think so, yeah.
I didn't get a good look. It was quick, but... So there are other people who use that kind of brush. Oh, no, maybe not. Well, yeah. I can't tell.
No, that's a man.
But look at that brush. It's fantastic. It's 2-1 to Darnell McDonald, who leads it off here in the ninth inning. Dusty Hughes back out there for another inning of relief. This one's great foul. 2-2. Your brush compared to my brush.
Yeah, it looks like the same brush time.
Yes. I can't believe you use that thing.
With me?
Yeah.
Well, I still have a little hair left. You got to move around once in a while.
It's like a twig. I mean, what do you do with that thing?
Well, I don't have a lot of hair up here. I mean, it's, you know, you got to put it here, put it there to cover up spots.
But if you use mine, you could do it in one big swipe.
I can't swipe this thing. I can't swipe this stuff. It's brutal.
2-2 is outside, full count. Swing and a miss. McDonald strikes out for the first out of the ninth inning. Down, Marco Scudero coming up.
Fastball from Hughes away from Darnell McDonald to pick up the strikeout. And the Kansas City Royals have looked like world beaters in here against the Red Sox in these first two games.
The bullpen has been extremely good in the first two. strike one. Marco Scudero 2 hits tonight, a double and a single.
It's a good feeling for the visiting team when you look around and you see make fans leave. Place has been emptying out for the last couple of innings.
One to Scudero. On the ground up the middle, and Betancourt gets a glove on it to knock it down, but Scudero's got his 3rd hit of the night.
Well, Scudero, whose average was down at 250 coming into the ball game tonight, has a 3-hit night, 3 for 5. As Betancourt just barely gets a glove on it.
It's been a quiet night for Dustin Pedroia at the plate. He's 0 for 4 on the night as he takes strike one. Back to the mound. He'll go to second for 1, on to first for 2. And the Kansas City Royals have come into Fenway Park and taken the first 2 games of this 4-game series in impressive fashion. And the Red Sox lose tonight 12-5. And Jerry, it starts tonight with a tough outing for Tim Wakefield right out of the gate.
Never really looked comfortable in this game tonight, Don. You know, shut him down the first couple of innings, but still there was signs that it was not quite there for him. And of course, a big 7-run 4th inning did in the Red Sox tonight. And again, as you mentioned, the bullpen for the Kansas City Royals shutting down Boston. That's 2 nights in a row now.
Boston Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by your local Massachusetts BMW Center, your New England Toyota dealers, Sullivan Tire, and by Southwest Airlines. Final score again is 12-5. Davies, who went the minimum to be eligible to get a win, does get a win. He's 4-3. Wakefield takes a loss, 1-3. Ball game takes 3 hours and 7 minutes to complete. KC wins at 12-5. Join us again tomorrow for Game 3 of this series. Live coverage begins at 6 from Yawkey Way. This has been a presentation of Nesson, New England's